going on? Welcome to my new YouTube series. I feel like I'm always saying that now. I am a Gemini and like to always constantly be adding new content here to my YouTube channel. I recently kind of rediscovered something that's been really kind of a part of my life for the last 7 years. 8 years, and wanted to share it here. I wanted to start doing a couple different series here on YouTube just about things that are part of my everyday life and home, and kind of just part of like my regular rituals, and things that I do to stay balanced and in harmony with everything that I do with my career as a stylist inside of fashion. So what I wanted to do this whole entire series is about is something that's been really important to me and kind of helping me balance my life, stay unstressed and peaceful, and stay happy, and also just kind of to help me figure out how to manifest what I want in the world. As woo-woo and kind of crazy as that sounds, I know I've mentioned several times before that I am a hippie, and I'm all about good energy, and I'm all about kind of paying attention and how to manifest that for myself. And a big part of my life is meditation and working on visualization and working on how to manifest what I want in the world, whether it's at work or whether it's movements about how I feel I want people to be, or women to be portrayed inside of culture, through my work, what I'm doing with my website, or what I want with my relationships with my family or with my boyfriend, or also, like what I want like financially and all that kind of good stuff. So I wanted to talk about one of my favorite ways to help myself manifest and focus and meditate and take care of myself is through crystals. So this is a rose quartz little ball that I have that I use a lot. I got introduced to crystals many years ago, about 7-8 years ago, with a therapist I was working with in Queens in New York City. And he never really spoke to me about crystals. He gave me a kind of quick shot of, because he had this massive, beautiful Brazilian amethyst geode that was probably like 40 pounds, like a huge geode. It kind of looked like a much bigger version of this one. Ooh, there's a hair thing on it. A much bigger version of this kind of amethyst crystal on his living room table where we always met and talked about, like, I was just going through, like, therapy as you do as an adult or as a person in general to stay healthy. He had one of these, but a huge massive one, about 20 times bigger than this. And he just talked about that crystals kind of store the history of the world, and that they also give off, especially, great ones like amethyst, give off powerful energy that helps people, and they absorb light and they radiate light, and it's about vibration. And according to a couple people I've been working with on crystals for almost the last 8 years, just talk about how crystals have a very similar energy to us, to humans, and that to me it's just a tool to use to help manifest and to calm and to have stress relief, and it's like a pretty thing to have in your room. So I wanted to do a series here. I reached out to a company called Muse, and Heather and Timmy, who own the company, they're these two incredible women. They're based here just south of LA in Torrance, California. And I reached out to them, and they're educating me about crystals so I can do the series here. I had a client, a very famous, incredible woman who I was doing a lot of work with, traveling with, and we were doing a lot of intense rebranding for her projects. And she's the one who kind of brought crystals back in my life since I'd been introduced to them for the first time in Queens. She kind of brought them back to my life, and she gave me a couple of crystal gifts. One of them was a necklace, Shine. This is the Shine necklace from Muse. That's how I found the women from Muse. I wear mine as a bracelet now. Actually, this is my second one. The one that my client gave me, I wore it so much and never took it off that it fell apart, just because I disintegrated the entire thread, because I just never ever took it off, and I think I pulled on it once and broke it. So I've got another one, and now I wear it as a bracelet. And I'm obsessed with this. This is a Shine necklace from Muse. And then she also gave me this crystal skull, which is a protection crystal to keep me, because we were traveling a lot all over the world. We were on planes constantly, and this was a crystal to protect me and keep me from getting into any harm, and also to help me be a great businesswoman when I was working with her on this big project. So I got introduced to this by someone that the whole concept of working with crystals in your daily life and to help manifest what you want, from a woman that still is one of my favorite people, one of my favorite clients, and she's a powerful, very, very wealthy person. She and her husband both worked with it, and and then I started to realize that all of my friends who were kind of very influential and really getting what they want in life, and also had great relationships, very peaceful people, were all working with crystals. So that's when I kind of started to say, okay, how do I make this work in my life? And then when I kind of started to poke around the Energy Muse website, I fell in love with those two, Temi and Heather, because they actually have instructions on how to use your crystals. And most of the time when I'm using my crystals, I use smaller, like the rocks, that they have like these stones, and I just use them to put in my purse or put in my pocket to remind me of what I'm working on manifesting and in my life right now. So that's kind of how I use them, and sometimes I'll hold them during meditation. I like to have like crystals around, like these guys, just in my house. I actually bring them with me on set while I'm styling too, to remind me to take a deep breath and meditate, and to kind of sit back even just for a second while I'm working, and kind of refocus myself. So I really like to use them as a tool like that for meditation, to remind me of what I'm after in my life and what I'm really committed to, and to stay positive and kind of keep my shit together. So I think that it's so easy for people to go into really kind of wacky new age or witchy kind of places with this, and this is, and I'm a very rational, kind of sometimes over intellectualize everything, or not even intellectualize, but analyze everything, which I'm sure you guys have maybe noticed here on my YouTube channel. And so I'm kind of looking at crystals and want to go at crystals in a very specific way here with you guys, kind of talking about how I use them in my life and how I think you could use them in your life if it's helpful or is something that's inspiring to you. So, and I also think that crystals are a secular concept or philosophy. It's not a religion. It's not, I love the girls from Energy Muse, one of them is a Catholic. So it's like, it's something that you can use if you're, Christian or Jewish or atheist or anything, so agnostic, Hindu. It's kind of something that can relate to anybody who has, any kind of religious belief. And a Buddhist, which I tend to go more towards Buddhism for my personal religion preferences. So it's really cool. So I'm doing this YouTube series, but in the meantime, I'm going to be showing you guys all my favorite things available from Energy Muse, and I'm going to show you their jewelry that I really love, and I'm also going to show you the crystals that I bought from them that I use in my everyday life for meditation and manifestation. So come here, subscribe, and check out every week when we put up a new crystal video. I'll see you guys later.